All right, everybody, it is your boy DRIFTXPORT. We are here with another overnight podcast episode. Today, we are doing something a little bit different, but I'm gonna go ahead and introduce my other two co-hosts and a special guest we have. So we're gonna go ahead and let them introduce themselves right now.
Hey, it's Dylan, INVOLTING. You can find my links down in the description, my link tree.
Yo, it's Justice, aka ARZAH. You can also find my link tree in the description. Check it out. Got new content.
Okay. Now we have our special guest. He can go ahead and introduce himself right now.
Yo, yo, yo. 5 here.
Okay. You want to like shout out any of your YouTube or anything like that so they can follow your merch, anything like that, real quick? Go ahead.
Yeah, follow me on my link tree.
All right. Okay. So for today's episode, we're gonna go ahead and change it up and go back to the gaming side of things. Last episode was a football episode, so we decided to do something like a Call of Duty tier list. I've been seeing a couple people do this, so we decided to do it live on stream. I'll make sure to screenshot the end result of how our tier ends up or our list ends up in the video, so you guys can see that. But we're only doing multiplayer games, so anything after COD 4, the rest of them we didn't really play, so we just put them aside. But we're gonna go ahead and hop into it as a group. But before we like actually hop into our tiers, I guess we'll let everyone give themselves a little background of their history of Call of Duty in general, or what they've like experienced while playing all these games, or what makes them a fan of these games. So, does anyone want to start on that part? Any
I'll start
volunteers?
on it.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll just start. So I'm not like a competitive Call of Duty player. I'm just like, casually playing. I've enjoyed it for ever since I could remember. Like started playing games, but I've never like taken it like serious. So I mean, the main game that got me into it was Black Ops 1.
All right. Anyone want to go next? Or are you gonna let me step up and go next? Because I can go next if no one wants to go next.
You go next.
All right. I'm kind of like Dylan. I started off as a casual player on Modern Warfare 3, or actually Black Ops 1. I started off as a casual player, and then towards Modern Warfare 3 is when I got into competitive. So I'm a competitive player. Not very long. My stretch of competitive was really short. But yeah, I'm a competitive player on that. My role was an SMG or sub player, or also an objective player. But I only played for a short period of time. Wasn't on too many big teams or anything like that. But then I just became a casual content creator after that, and that's where I sit on Call of Duty right now. So we'll go ahead and hop into someone else's after me now.
Alright, so me, I started out as casual in MW2. Then I stopped playing the multiplayer portion and got into the zombies and all that. And then the newer Call of Duties with the recent ones with BO4 and MW, I started playing a little bit more competitive.
Okay. So you would consider yourself a current competitive player, like right now, even going into the next Call of Duty?
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool. All right, go ahead, Rico.
Well, somewhat like Justice. From the start of Call of Duty, I've been just playing casual, and like just recent from like Black Ops 4, I was playing competitive, and then now for MW, I don't really play competitive just because this was towards the off season, but I was like beginning mid. But right now, I just create content on pubs, and that's about it.
Okay. That makes sense. So we're all like in the same general area when it comes to Call of Duty. We all started a certain one. Some of us have played competitive. Some of us haven't. Other than that, like I said, we're all in the same boat now. We're doing content together. So be sure to check out everyone's channel individually to catch some of their content on there. Even though it's not only Call of Duty at the moment, it's still mostly going to be around FPS games or Call of Duty games in general like that. So we're going to go ahead and hop into this list, and I'm going to read off the list or the tiers we have in the list so you guys can know the order of it. So right now, the bottom row is trash, meaning the game that we don't think is worth anything, or a game that we personally don't like. Then we have C tier, which is, we'll consider that like an okay game, like it was alright. B, we can do good game, like it was in the middle. It's like a game we remember, but
Average.
we don't enjoy, yeah, average. And then A, we could do, it's a great game. It's actually above average. And then S tier would be our excellent, or best tier, meaning that game was literally the best Call of Duty we've probably ever played and something that we really enjoy.
MW2BO2.
We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. But we're gonna go ahead and start off on the first one, which is COD 4, the first Modern Warfare. So we gotta rank this as a group. Me personally, I love COD 4. As a viewer, watching Presence to Commando was the first thing that really leaned me towards Call of Duty. I didn't own the game when it launched itself first, but I did go back and play it like quite a bit after launch. So I was a late bloomer in that game. But where does everyone else stand with that game?
Yeah, I was late on COD 4 too. Like I said, I started at Black Ops 1, so I was late on like a bunch of Call of Duties, but that one was one of my favorite even when I went like back to play it a few years later.
I never personally played the first one. I played the remastered version.
This guy.
That's what I'm saying. I never really played the original. I played the remastered one, but people told me it wasn't as good as like the original. So
Yeah.
I never played it.
Like at all? Like remastered version
Mhm.
either? What?
I was into sports. I
that
never
makes
really
sense.
play video games.
Alright, so where do you guys want to start this one off? I say we just put the games where we think they are, and at the very end we'll go back and then really finish it. But for me, I'm kind of looking at the B tier for this one, because like it had some fun moments to snipe on, and it was really like the beginning of sniping, like montages and everything like that. So it kind of has some like memorability because of just the sniping and things like that. So I'm leaning towards B tier. What about the rest of you guys? Because we kind of have to like do a majority vote type thing here for the tier, since we're doing it together.
I'm kind of leaning A tier because I feel like I'm like an old head Call of Duty player in a sense to where like I just like enjoy the old games and the new games don't appeal to me as much. But for me personally, I think it's A tier.
All right.
yeah, I'm gonna go with Dylan. It's
Okay,
like,
that's two
when I
votes
did
for A
play the
tier.
remaster, I liked the snipers were like the old snipers. I like that. It was better than like the newer ones and everything. It was more enjoyable, to be honest.
You know the one thing that I have to say about the remastered version is like when I played the remastered version, I would get on the game and there would be a day where that's like the one Call of Duty where I could not use a regular gun. Like I would only get on remastered just to snipe. Like I did on BO2 sometimes, but BO2 could have a game where I want to like actually do good or play competitive or play anything, to be honest. Like you could use a knife or just use actual gun, but that game, the remastered version, was like everyone got on there just to snipe. Like there would be lobbies full of just snipers on that game, and you still got into this game and there's still lobbies full of nothing but snipers on remastered.
Yeah, I think this is like one of the best remastered games in terms of
Yeah.
like authenticity and like advancing on with the game.
Yeah, and that's really the only online remastered that we've got. I mean, they kind of ripped us off with Modern Warfare 2 just story mode.
Yeah.
And then current MW is not like it's not like a remaster, but it's like a retelling of the stories,
Yeah, like a reboot kind of.
like alternate universe.
Yeah. Okay. So where do you sit on a tier for Rico?
The same one as you guys.
Okay. That's majority votes for A. We'll put that one in A.
Yeah. A.
All right. All right. Going to the next one, World at War. Wow. I don't remember this game too much. I didn't play like a lot of it to give it a full judge. I really only remember that one map, which is like on the beach, and you kind of run around like those little huts, and it's like I don't know if anyone knows that map or seen that game. But
Yeah.
it's like, you know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, it's like all a bunch of like it's like a resort kind of where like they're all like little like beach huts, and you walk around like these wooden bridges. That's really the only map I ever remember from that game.
The only thing I remember from the game is hackers.
Facts. There was a lot of those.
Like once that game was done with its cycle.
Well, like after it was like on to the next one, there was no but hackers on it after that.
Yeah, it was like it would be hard to find a lobby. It's like it would be like going into like a Black Ops 2 lobby now and trying to find a regular lobby. Like there'd just be hackers galore.
You know what? The good thing about like you playing Xbox, because we're all PS3 players, is that we're used to there being hackers on every game. Because we didn't have online protection. Like it was free to play
Oh, yeah,
online,
that's true.
and people were fucking cheating. They were cheating on Black Ops 2. They were cheating on Black Ops 2 when it was new. Like
That's big facts.
Yeah, I
No,
never
I didn't
experienced
play
like
World at War.
Okay. Well, I say for the sake of us not playing too
Nah,
much
I
of
didn't
it,
play World at
I
War
think
either.
we can't agree to slide it in trash. So I say we automatically just put it in C because this is really the only game that I don't think all of us have
Oh,
played.
was it trash?
Yeah, I was not. I don't think it was
I don't think it's
trash. I
trash,
played it like a decent amount.
and I can't say it's trash because I didn't play it enough to say it's trash. That's what I'm saying. I think we should just slide it at C, and this will really
Yeah,
be the
let's find
only
that seat.
like this will be the
Nah,
only
it's
game
trash.
that this will be the only
Go
game
ahead
that
and
we
put it
can't
at C.
fully judge.
I
Oh,
I
I'll
agree with
judge it.
C
I didn't even play the next card after that.
because I did play this one and it was
What
fun.
was the
Like when
next
you would
card?
get in the lobbies without hackers, it was really fun.
The next card should be what
It's
MW2.
MW2.
Okay, and
Yeah.
then
I played that one.
well, yeah, all of us played this one. To be honest though, this was another late, like, I was a late bloomer to this game too. To be honest, because at this time, like, I still didn't even get into Call of Duty yet, like, at all. Like, both Modern Warfare, like the first one and Modern Warfare 2, I had to go back and previously play after launch because these just wasn't the games that I was playing. And to be honest, I didn't have my own PS3 at the time or my own game system at the time, so I played like whatever games my family bought because we had like a family PlayStation, so that was kind of my situation when it came to Call of Duty. So this wasn't my like prime era of Call of Duty, which most people started on this. So, but I know what the game stands like and playing after, even though I played late, it's still a very high tier for me. It's gonna be a high tier for me.
Yeah, MW2 is so much fun.
Yeah, for me it's S tier. Like
Yeah,
there's no
S tier.
debate.
It
It's
has
S
to be
tier.
S tier.
The game was great. The guns were great. Maps were great. There was nothing there was nothing bad about that game.
There was
I don't
nothing
think.
that I can remember that I hated about that game, like at
The
all.
the toxicity was at an all-time high.
It
It was
the
just
game was
prime
so
Call
much
of Duty,
fun, bro.
honestly. I loved MW2.
Yeah, I
Look,
did.
someone see your
I did too.
name and they'll just make fun of you for that. And it starts everything.
Yeah, there was nothing better than going into a search and destroy lobby and saying one word and getting called a squeaker.
That's facts, bro. That's facts. Yeah, this is a game. It's amazing. Like even playing a year after it was out, it's like the population of the game was still so popular. Like, and these are like back at the time. I'm not sure if this was the first one or it either started here. Actually, no, I didn't start here. Actually, I'm gonna take the break. I'm not even gonna say it right now. I know what game it actually started on. But anyways, this game, like I said, the population for this game was really high, and just being able to get on. This is another game where like sniping in the community, there was like diversity, and I think Call of Duty is starting to lose that now. But back then there was diversity of things to do on Call of Duty. Like you had like your pub stompers and your competitive players. You had your snipers, your feeders, things like that. And that's really what made the game fun is going on Call of Duty to do more than one thing. You could be a troll on that game because everyone knows about NewTubing on that game. You know, it was literally at all time max. It was like the best game to ever do that to troll on. But like I said, the diversity of Call of Duty is what made all these Call of Duties coming up fun. So I do think this is S tier 2 for me.
Yeah, I think this is the start of the golden age of Call of Duty.
Yeah.
I agree.
That, and I'm not sure if is Modern Warfare 2 the first game that trickshotting was invented almost, or
Nah.
first game that came
No,
out?
wasn't it? I think it was
That
World
was
at
COD
War,
4.
wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
Was it World at War?
I
think it
think
was
this was
World
the
at
one where
War.
people started like making like montages and stuff though, like when it like really got
yeah.
I-
It wasn't the
Really
first
big.
trick shot one.
Yeah, I do know that Hex was doing content on World at War for like doing like
For a
jump shots
long
and
time.
360s. For a long
loved
time.
That one.
But I do think
That's why
that FaZe might have put this game on the
Or-
map when it came to like the whole like insta swabs and 720s and like the crazy.
I put it on the map.
That's. What?
This guy said I put it on the map.
I'm just playing.
No, but yeah, I think that was the first one that. I think World at War was like the first one that they were doing it in, but I think like MW2, like what you're saying with FaZe, I think they're just the ones that like blew it up.
yeah. I got it hip with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Word.
All right, so we all agree S tier.
Yeah, I think S tier is what it should be.
Yeah.
All right, good.
All right, going
On to
into
the
the
next
next one would be Black Ops 1. Right? Correct, Dylan? This is the
Yes.
fact. You're the fact check. Yeah, Black Ops 1. Okay. For me, this is my actually first Call of Duty. I just don't consider it my first Call of Duty because again, I'm in a situation where I don't have a console, but I remember my cousin had the Xbox 360, so we ended up getting this game when it came out because this is when Call of Duty came out around Christmas. So we used to spend Christmas at my aunt's house, and I remember we got it, and the night that we got this, I spent the night, and we slept the whole night. And this is like before this is a popular thing to do, but it was me, my cousin, and his older brother, and we stayed up the whole night and just raced to like as many prestiges as we can get. I mean, we were passing the sticks and going ham. Like it's fun
Those were
because
the days.
yeah, it's fun then because this is the beginning of competitive Call of Duty. So when you got in public lobbies and Black Ops 2, like yeah, people were good in Modern Warfare 2, but there was no skill based matchmaking or anything like that. So it was really like easy for average players to be great at the game, especially on launch when not too many people have their hands on the game. It was so easy to fly through the prestiges, and Black Ops 1, there was some maps that were always constantly rotated, like Stadium and Studio and things like that, were just easy maps to get high kill games on. So it was really fun racing through prestiges for me.
It wasn't called Studio, by the way. It was called Firing Range.
Yeah, Firing Range,
saying.
Studio, same thing. Everyone
Best
knows
map
it.
in the world.
Yeah, everyone knows it by whatever.
Not the same thing. What?
It's the same
Firing
exact
Range
map.
and
It's the
Studio
same
is the
exact.
same map.
It's the same exact map. Yeah, it's just I just know it for Studio because that's my personal favorite. Like, how do I say it? Like that's my personal remake of it. Like my favorite one. I think Studio is the best looking.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I don't know. That's just me.
I don't know. I love the original map. It's been my favorite map in all the CODs.
No, I like my original map. I like the original map too. But I'm saying those the way that they made Studio look on BO2, I think was like the best visually wise.
Think so?
I think so. I mean, it's just vibrant. Like the colors were just so better. Like, and you had like movie themes. On the backside it's like a dinosaur, and then on the far left side a little like thing you can go into a little
Wait,
trailer.
isn't that BO3?
Studio? No, Studio's BO2.
Are you sure? I thought it was BO3 or BO4.
No, but Studio should be BO4 is just a remake. Like they didn't even change the map at all. It's just regular Firing Range.
Oh,
Studio
yeah, I
is
didn't
Black
have-
Ops 2.
Yeah, Studio's Black
I
Ops
didn't
2.
have the map packs in BO2. I didn't get them until later. So yeah, you're right.
Well, yeah, no, Studio's the one where they redid because they redid every map. They changed the way it looked. Like even Stadium, they made Stadium look like futuristic, and it was like floating in the sky and stuff. Like they did everything differently on that game. So yeah, but that's me. For me, I think I can slide this one. It definitely is going to be A or S tier. I'm really on a thin line between them because I'm not sure if Black Ops can be S tier, just because of the next games coming up. But that's just me. But I want to know where everyone else stands on it, so you guys gotta hop in that one.
I never really played like the multiplayer on Black Ops. I was mostly like campaign and zombies.
Ooh, that's another game that
But-
puts me on the map. Zombies got put on the map because of that game.
Around
But, like, from what I did play of the multiplayer, it was super fun. So I'm just gonna say it's A tier.
It was
it's a
fun when you had the
definitely A
CD,
tier for me.
when you had the packs. You didn't have the packs, it was boring.
What were the
Oh,
DLC
map
packs
packs?
for?
Yeah.
What were the DLC map packs for Black Ops? I don't even remember like being super hyped about the DLC for Black Ops.
It
Like,
was just
I
extra
was-
maps and extra
I was-
guns.
I was excited for the map packs for like zombies. Like zombies, they had those. They had Virug, they had Shangri-La.
Wait, is it Moon?
I had
Yeah,
the
but like Moon is the DLC for that.
Yeah, they had all those with the zombie
What-
one. They had
what
his
online-
own zombie map.
What online maps were there with that game?
I don't know.
I don't
know. I never
remember.
bought any of
Because
the
for me,
multiplayer ones.
I didn't have them.
I was like
I
Dylan.
think I had them because I had Moon.
I was like Dylan. I played more of the zombies in campaign. Like I played a little bit of multiplayer, and it was fun. But like mainly I played zombies. They're Toten in 5.
I did play a lot of multiplayer on this game, like a lot. I'm not gonna lie, this was the first game I actually got into multiplayer, and this is honestly the only game I've ever fully, but besides BO2, that I've like fully prestiged on, like in general.
Oh, I never did that until BO3.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I
no,
wasn't
for
playing
me-
it like I was.
Well, I mean that makes sense.
Go ahead, Jesus.
No, for me with the prestiges and all that, the grind, that was for me was the next COD. That's the one where I went like all out in multiplayer, because it didn't have zombies.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so some of the
Yeah,
DLC maps were like Discovery, the Berlin Wall. Stadium was actually a DLC map. It wasn't even a launch map for BO1.
Yeah, it was a DLC.
Yeah, Ascension, stuff like that. Okay. I didn't know that.
Dylan, what was your favorite zombies map for BO1?
Favorite, probably Moon.
Okay.
I wasn't good at it, but I mean, it was
I
dope.
feel you on that.
I low-key think you
I
two are
like
the...
5. I wasn't good at it though.
I like 5 too. I low-key think you guys are the veteran zombie players when it comes to this. I think we're all like specifically like veterans in our own category. Like when it comes to content, I've been making content on Call of Duty for a fat minute, but that's just because I had stuff before you guys maybe. But then you guys are like the veteran zombie players because I didn't put no time into zombies. Like I've always been the type of person where all my friends play zombies, and like I would get on if all my friends are on playing zombies. But I'm the type of guy like I'll play a game or two no matter how many rounds it is, and then get bored like and want to go back to multiplayer. Like I'm just not a big zombie person to begin with.
I loved rounding the zombies up.
Yeah, no. See,
Even though
I
he
just
wasn't very good to do it at the beginning.
After I figured out how to go around the table, man.
Like
Dude,
Rico,
Kino?
I remember.
in Kino, he picked the smallest part to do a train on. And
Always.
he would at the beginning he would always go down and like, bro, this shit is so hard. I'm like,
I remember on BO1 how on 5 you could do like the table glitch, and then from the table glitch you can get on top of the
you
ceiling.
go to the window.
Yeah, and then from the window to the ceiling in the hallway, and then you just infinitely stay there. Like that game is ridiculous.
I was too young to even understand how to do them, so like I just did the glitches. I didn't do the glitches, but I just seen people do them, and I was like, I just stayed there because how they would just round up on the person in the glitch.
Yeah. All right, so going into the next one, we're talking about probably my arguably favorite Call of Duty. Probably is the favorite for me. But it's Modern Warfare 3, correct? Right, Dylan? We're going to that one next.
Yep.
All right. So for me, this is S tier, and this is a hot take, but to me, I always edge this game a little over BO2. But this is only because I don't think the game itself is better than BO2, but because of my experience on Modern Warfare 3. I say that in my heart. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna put it above BO2 in this for the sake of the tier list, but for me, like I said, I believe this is S tier. This was my game. Like I fully went in on this game too. Not sure if I max precision this game or not, but I know I went for like every gun to get gold on this game because it was really fun. And this is honestly the first game where I took competitive to the next standpoint, or my first like dive into competitive. I got introduced to game battles on this, and I remember going into game battle lobbies on 2v2 face-off maps, and actually Gabe is the one that introduced me into that. So we would run 2v2 or 3v3s game battles on the face-off maps, and it would be super toxic because that map is so small. Like I forget the map that it's called, but one of the face-off maps, it's like there's like 2 ships wrecked like on both sides of the map in like a crashing area, and you could literally like one-shot people across the map with certain pistols in that game, or you could literally map someone with a pistol because of how small the map is. But
I know what map you're talking about.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay.
it's like the launch. It's like the launch face-off map. It's like that one and
Yeah,
Erosion.
yeah, yeah.
Erosion's like honestly my favorite. Like my favorite face-off map is Erosion. S&D Erosion game battles is so fun.
S&D in that game, period, was so fun.
Yeah, and Erosion was so cool because it was like the bombs were multi-leveled because the bomb was like in the first Erosion tower. It was like in the big center tower where you can camp on top, and then the other bomb was like underneath the ruins part with the little like archway tunnels that everyone would go through. That map was just fun in general too.
Dude, when people camped right there, were at the entrance, bro, that shit was so annoying.
Facts. Or I hate, like I said, the Erosion, like the actual big tower in the middle. I remember you could climb up the ladder and you could be like on the little archway above the entry doors, and you could literally camp down on the doors and just shoot down on the doors.
Yeah.
That was so annoying too when people watch bomb like that. But yeah, that game honestly was the funnest game ever. And it was also the first game that introduced a super like I don't know. Actually, no, it wasn't. Actually, I think Black Ops 1 was the first game that introduced a nuclear. But going for Moabs to me has been the funnest thing to do in any Call of Duty ever. Like it's the most satisfying thing to do. Like I know Black Ops 2 had nuclears, but there was really no reward for getting a nuclear besides just going 30-0 or 25-0 or whatever it was.
Well,
But,
you got like calling card and shit like that. But it
Yeah,
wasn't,
but
like,
it
as
don't
satisfying as the Moab.
beat like the Moab. Yeah, you get the Moab and it's like Moab available, and then you click on the kill streak, and then you hear the countdown, and then everyone sees
Yeah,
that deadly
bro.
that they see that deadly little logo in the corner of the screen counting down, and then you hear the countdown.
Like, ah,
Yeah, you're like, this guy just did this. Like,
Yeah, but guess what? Too bad it doesn't end games. You know what it does? Nukes and MW2. That's why MW2 is better.
That's facts.
Facts.
Never got a
No.
nuke in that game. I was
Yeah.
always playing special ops
Yeah.
Oh,
Special
Modern Warfare
Ops
3?
is dope.
Oh, yeah, I remember Special Ops, actually.
with the juggernauts and stuff.
Yeah. Dude, what was that? You know what game mode I wish that, speaking of before we tear this game, and like before Dylan gets in real quick, remote game mode I wish that Call of Duty like didn't like just drop all of a sudden was survival. I loved survival
Yeah,
in Modern
bro.
Warfare 3 too. Is it like equivalent to zombies, but surviving waves of
It's just,
enemies
like,
with
endless
guns and
rounds of
weapons?
waves and shit.
Yeah.
Remember Burger Town?
Facts,
That
yeah.
was that was the best one to do.
Dude, that one was so hard when I first started doing those.
Yeah, I know, and actually survival did get hard because I remember like the first 5 rounds. After the 5th round, it's always the helicopters and the enemies. Then the 10th round is the 2 juggernauts, and then the 20th round is the 2 juggernauts, a helicopter, and enemies.
Yeah, bro, and you could choose the difficulty which you wanted it on, and man,
Yeah,
hard was hard.
yeah, hard like because I think when you start on easy, the enemies have like the same weapons as you, and then on hard, you always start off with the base pistol before you go to like the little care package thing, the drop thingy.
Yeah.
And then if you play on hard though, they already have like actual weapons while you have pistols. But I'm so glad like Modern Warfare thought about it too. Like on easy you can't really pick up their guns, but on hard you were able to pick up their ARs to use during that round, which is something that I think was really cool. All right, Dylan, you gotta tell us your little backstory on Modern Warfare 3. Just sitting there a little quiet.
Alright, so MW3, this was the first game, like Call of Duty game I got at release. It was probably honestly the first game that I got like when it released. But I had fun with the campaign and like the spec ops and survival and multiplayer. So I'm thinking A tier.
You want A tier? To me, it's S tier, so it's gonna be majority vote. So you and Rico gotta put in that vote to see where it goes. But I'm going S. Dylan's going A. You guys gotta go off that.
I'm going A.
I'm going S.
MW2
I didn't play it a
is
lot.
better.
Oh, S. He's going S. He's splitting it.
MW2 is just better.
See, I don't know, man. I do like MW2 as popularity wise is better, but as gameplay, I don't know, man. Modern Warfare 3 was cold. I love Modern
I had a
Warfare
lot
3.
of good
It
memories,
was.
even though I
I
didn't play
grinded
it that
remember
much.
MW3. Like I grinded it. I got Master Prestige, all the good weapons. But like, I don't know, man. MW2 was just so much more enjoyable. Like from what I can remember, I just played MW2 way more.
All right.
Yeah, I loved MW3.
I could
It was
personally-
just a different feeling though.
Yeah, I could personally take one for the team, and bite my tongue here and go A tier. I can understand you guys
Let's go.
not being super great about it, but for me it's S tier. I'm saying that right now for the podcast. This is my number 1 game,
For the
but as a
recording.
group, no, we'll just do A tier. It's nothing bad.
All right.
All right, so we got the next game. Should be or probably gonna be undoubtedly S. This is the BO2, correct, Dylan?
Yep.
All right, BO2. This is, I think, everyone's everything to Call of Duty. Like, I mean, even if you're not a competitive player, League Play was there for everyone to play at launch. So, this is the first game I feel like they did everything right, and that's really all I can say. I don't even really gotta say much more. I mean, there's no debate on this at all. I'm already gonna slide it up in the S tier. I don't think we got to vote.
Yeah, I think it's unanimous.
Yeah, no, it's an F.
The game just all around is amazing.
It's what we want every year, but don't always get what we want.
Facts.
I do.
Yeah. This game, this guy. Yeah, we'll get into your favorite game coming up soon at the very right there. It'll be right there. It'll be right there at the very end of the list. Don't worry.
Right there.
Oh, you guys are hilarious, bro.
Just-
I don't
You're
even have a
hilarious.
favorite card.
Just a
Get
quick,
outta
just
here.
a quick,
we
just a
know,
quick
we
touch
know.
up on BO2. Though before we go to the next one, like I said, this is like an automatic S tier for everyone. All of us have our own little categories that we like to do on BO2. There was just so much things to do, but as a game in total, this is honestly the best game. From launch, start to beginning. The best, like, to me, base maps to ever come out in Call of Duty. Like, there was not really no maps on BO2 that you didn't like when the game launched. The guns were very diverse, and this is like the first game I remember where I could literally get on Black Ops 2 and use any gun and do good with, or feel like they're all kind of cool in their own way. I feel like that's what really sets apart my personal opinion between Modern Warfare and that game, because on Modern Warfare 3 you could use like the ACR or the MP7 and like a couple like other guns, but there were some guns you hardly ever touched in that game. And in BO2, I'm pretty sure this is the first game where I actually made a class in every single category of gun, like ever, like, and used all of them.
That, not to mention, it was like the first Call of Duty with a competitive mode in it.
At launch,
Oh,
yeah.
that's true.
I mean, this game is like
Yeah,
the
but that-
pioneer of competitive Call of Duty for everyone, though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not only that, like people want the zombies back and everything.
God, I love
This
zombies.
is the only game I play zombies a lot on. Like I said, I
BO2
wasn't.
zombies was so much fun, bro.
Yeah, I wasn't a huge zombie person, but when Origins came out, I could see myself playing Origins at launch, like a lot, like just not wanting to get off. That was the first zombie game mode or map that I ever wanted to play like constantly or a lot.
What was BO2's like automatic zombie map?
Transit.
Transit, that
And
fucking
what's
map
the
was
little
so
like
Transit.
town? Is it the town? Is it called? Is it actually called
town,
town?
but
town.
that's like survival though. That's not really like a full map.
Yeah, it's like just town area.
Yeah, it's just a section of it because they have survival and then they have like that team thing where you can play and like see who gets the most kills, and then they have another mode like turned.
Turn was so much fun. Did you guys ever play that?
Yeah, I love
Uh-uh.
turned.
Bro, Turn was so hectic.
Yeah, no,
But
I
I
never
played with
played
like I played with friends and family, so like for us it was just hectic because it was all fun.
Yeah, pretty much all turned was where there's a team of survivors and there's like one zombie, and it's kind of like Mike Myers in an instinct where if one goes down, like you join them, or not Mike
Yeah.
Myers, but what game was it called? Where you like kill someone and they join your team and try and like hunt them.
Freddy or no?
that. Wait,
what was it?
oh,
Friday the 13th.
No,
No,
he's
it
talking
wasn't Friday
about
the 13th.
I'm trying to think of the game mode. Is it actual
Yeah, I
game
don't
mode?
remember,
Yeah,
but-
it's an actual game mode.
I
think.
don't remember, but it was pretty much where like you try and take out the survivors and then they turn into zombies, I think.
Oh, it was infected.
Yeah, that's what it is, infected.
Oh yeah, but Infected was
There
on.
you go.
How
Infected
could
was
we
on.
fucking forget that? It's
Infected was
from
on Modern
MW.
Warfare.
How could we
Yeah,
forget that?
NW3. Yeah.
The B2 we talking about?
Yeah, but
Oh,
it was
oh,
like
I
that
know
in
you
the,
took
like
on-
the
oh, yeah.
aspect. It was like that in the aspect where like you kill someone and then they go over to your team.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, you know what mini game that's been in? I'm pretty sure it was other Call of Duties, but I remember it being the funnest. And Black Ops 2 was one in the chamber in Nuketown. That game mode was fun.
I was
that
more
movie.
into the sticks and stones.
Oh, Sticks and Stones
Oh,
is so
yeah.
underrated. I love Sticks
I think
and
all the
Stones.
I
party
hate
games.
Sticks and Stones.
I wish that more Call of Duties would come out with party games at launch. Like, I think that, like I said, I think Big O 2 just literally did everything right. They had party games at launch. They had hardcore core game modes. The DLCs were amazing. Best DLCs hands down. Best DLC content in general. I mean, let's be honest. Like, those camos are unforgettably the best camos that
Yeah.
we may have had in Call of Duty. I mean,
Ever.
if you're gonna talk about just content alone, Treyarch's won everything. I mean, going from BO2, like I said, best like gun camos, base camos in the game ever, best actual DLC camos, and then right under that, the follow up, BO4 introduced
Best
reactive.
diamond camo.
Yeah, best diamond camo, and then BO4 introduced something that every Call of Duty should have to me personally, which is reactive camos. I don't know. They make so much money off of reactive camos. Like, that's literally the best kind of camos that we've had in the game. I mean, since BO2. Like, the first, we had some, like, half-assed, like, reactive camos on BO2 with, like, Afterlife and the, like, green 115 one where they were
Yeah,
actually
the
moving and
weaponized
stuff.
115.
Yeah, but BO4 literally introduced full, like, reactive camos that react to your kills or what kind of, like, things you're doing on the map and things like that. Like, it just reacted to, like, the actual game itself, which is something that I think every Call of Duty should have.
We'll get into that later though.
Yeah, we're gonna get into
That's
that
a
later.
whole ass category.
Facts. Alright. So we can go ahead and hop into the next one. Does anyone else have anything to say on BO2? They want to touch up anything else? I'm pretty sure we can spend the whole podcast about BO2, so I don't think we want to talk too much about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we're good for right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright, going
we'll go
into
back
the
to it.
next one, it should be Ghost.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, Ghost. For me, this is my not so much played Call of Duty. This is probably like right after, like, I played like the first like couple months of this game, but this is when I left the competitive scene myself. I really do feel like for a personal like player, my competitive prime was BO2, and then after that I kind of like lost the touch of Call of Duty because this is when Call of Duty started changing, and the community is something that we don't have like no more. I think
Hell
after
no.
I think after BO2 the community yeah. You guys are struggling because you guys are still trying to beat comp players, but like yeah, like And I'm not saying that because you guys are very talented, both of you, but it's just like I feel like you guys should have did this way sooner. Like BO2 was like the prime opportunity to go from team to team.
I
To do
watched
it.
Things okay.
I watched competitive since MW3, so like I knew how the scene was back there, and I was part of the community and stuff. When you and Gabe played it competitively in BO2 and stuff, and gone into Ghost and all that stuff, I was always part of the competitive, but I didn't play competitively because I wasn't. I was mostly into zombies and more and stuff like that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I understand what you're talking about.
But actually, going into this game, besides my personal preference, I pointed this out before we started with Dylan, is that I love BO2 a lot, but when it came to competitive myself, I left on Ghost. But when it came to a viewer standpoint, I think Ghost and Advanced Warfare are some of the best, like, to actually watch MOG tournaments, like, in general. Like, I didn't like playing
Hands
Ghost,
down.
but I love
Hands
watching
down.
competitive Ghost because of the scene and the people in the scene and the way, like, the stories were and the way people play. Like, it was just so fun to watch at that time. Like, my favorite event is still the Ghost X Games event. Like, literally Optic one. That's still my favorite event. I actually rewatched that whole event, and I just love that event. Mostly because I do love Clayster and Proofy on Optic. I wish that was a team that lasted a little longer, but we can't get into all that
Yeah.
either. So I'm going to go ahead and let you guys say a couple things about Ghost, and then we can go ahead and rank this.
Ghost? Ugh.
Yep.
I don't think Ghost
Ooh,
was
that
like
was
a
a
bad
bad-
game. I don't think Ghost was like a bad game as like everyone says it is, but I mean the game's not perfect like at all. Like it's tough to follow up from what Black Ops 2 left them with. Like it's tough to
Trash.
follow up from that.
I'm
I
going to
feel
be.
like
But-
that's why most of the people said it was trash, but it was like it wasn't really a trash game. It was just
Yeah,
we
it's
went
just
from-
so hard to follow up on such a good game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go B for this one. I'm saying it right now. I'm not going higher than B. I'm going at B. If anyone else wants to go higher, they're gonna have to vote on it because I'm sticking with B.
I'm just saying I didn't play this
I'm
game.
saying C.
Oh,
The only
C,
reason I would
even
put
lower.
it A, the only reason I would put it A is because of the search and destroy. To me, Ghost has the best search and destroy, like, out of all the games.
Yeah,
Out
like I
of
said,
all the COD series.
I think it's
That's the only
definitely
reason,
the best viewership wise. Like for S&D to watch S&D and stuff like that, I do think that's the best. But if we're talking about the game as a whole, I'm agreeing with Dylan. It's B or lower.
Oh yeah, it's C, but well, I'm gonna go C, but like, search and destroy carried that game.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think it was honestly like the memories for me that made Call of Duty Ghost. It wasn't the game itself.
Yeah, I'm with that.
Okay. So yeah, all right. Well, we could put that at C. Are you cool with that, Rico?
Yeah.
All right. C it
Yeah,
is.
Rico didn't like Ghost. Rico didn't play it. Like, that's probably
Alright.
like one of the CODs he did not play at all.
Yeah. Ugh.
All right. This is definitely gonna be a quick one for me. The next one is Advanced Warfare. I played
Oh.
maybe
man.
2 weeks into this game and then watched the rest of the season. It was fun to watch, but I didn't have fun playing myself. It just wasn't a game that I was super into at the time. I mean, there's other games out at the time. I think Advanced Warfare was just like brought out at the wrong time because you gotta remember this year that Advanced Warfare came out is the same year that GTA dropped. So it was like hard to go back to Call of Duty when you had GTA out in its prime. Like it was hard to go back to Call of Duty in general.
Can't relate.
I don't know what I was doing, but I wasn't playing video games because the game is trash.
I don't know. Maybe you were winning championships in basketball.
Oh yeah, huh? That is the time. Mm.
All right, this is gonna be an easy one for me. I'm going C. I'm not gonna put it in trash just because it was like the introduction to
I didn't
like you know
play it.
jumpsuits, and I think when it's like a test, it's kind of like the test dummy for the community. So I always give that the benefit of the doubt. I'm not gonna say it's complete trash, even though the jumpsuits in that game were trash. I
No,
think
don't
it's
say
like,
that. Don't you dare.
bro, no one says no one. You cannot say that they're better than Black Ops 3 is the best like jumpsuit game hands down.
No, it's not.
Yes,
I actually love
Exosuits, it's
BO3
AW.
exosuits.
Exosuits,
Exosuits is
I cannot,
AW.
I cannot. With you,
The movement with the exosuits on AW is such a top tier compared to the other ones. BO3 is a close second, yeah.
Nah, I
But
think Bill 3 is
no.
a close first. Like I think they actually
No.
like made the movement the way it's supposed to feel. You know, you're not supposed to have unlimited jump packs and be able to slide left,
You
slide
see, that's the
right,
thing.
boost down,
Don't.
boost up.
Well, with the exosuit, you're in the air. They're made for air. You're supposed to be able to dodge stuff in the air. That's what the exosuits are made for.
I don't know, man. I'm going zero below. It's personal
No, bro.
preference.
AW for me is an A or a B. 'Cause it's high on mine because AW was so much fun. I loved AW. I love sniping in the game, especially Uplink, one of the top tier game modes for competitive.
I miss Uplink.
It was so much fun.
I'm
It's
just
A or
gonna go
B for
C.
me.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go C on it
Okay.
because I mean the game itself wasn't like good, but I think with the exosuits and stuff, it made it fun. So I'm just gonna say C.
I'm cool with
Dang,
C.
I feel like AW was ahead of its time, like way ahead of its time.
Yeah, it was.
I
Than
give that's
what we
why I said I give it
expected.
the benefit of the doubt, and I just think that with Treyarch coming up next and BO3, the impact that it had on the community, BO3 is kind of like, okay, we got BO3, and it's like, okay, the community is starting to look good again, and Advanced Warfare was really negative. And like I said, it is the first game that exosuits are out, and it's ahead of its time. Like if exosuits, I think if you would have had time to shape exosuits better after, like if this game came out after BO3, I would say that the exosuits and the way the game felt was better. But competitive on BO3 and just the whole way that their exosuits worked and the wall running mechanic was just a slight bit better to me on BO3 because Treyarch just did a good job of, okay, they listened to the community on everything that was wrong with Advanced Warfare and they just doubled it and made it better. Which is easy to do that when you have a game that has something completely new. Like, let's be honest, like, you're right, it was ahead of its time, and all BO3 did was copy and paste the exosuit but made it what the community wanted.
Hmm.
So where are we putting this
I
one,
don't
boys?
know. For me, I feel like people like BO3 a little bit more. Like they put it over AW because like AW was so different from what the previous CODs were, like boots on the ground. And then with BO3, it's like it's similar. It was to me BO3 was most similar to Ghost and MW and BO2 and BO1. Like just the way stuff played out. So a lot more people probably like BO3 because of that. But as far as exosuits, AW was the best. Can't change my mind otherwise.
Okay, well, you gotta pick a tier, and then we gotta let Rico vote on it. Me
I
and
pick
Don are
A or
saying that.
B, but you guys
Well,
are saying C, so it's majority rules.
okay, see it is. All right, the next one should be Infinite Warfare or BO3, Dylan?
Black Ops 3.
Black Ops 3.
BO3.
Okay, Black Ops 3. This is an easy one for me. I'm gonna say straight up. I'm gonna go B tier. There was some great things about this game. There were some bad things about this game. I think this is like where Call of Duty, like, I think this is where Black Ops kind of like slacked at, is because the game launched and then we didn't get competitive until 5 months into the game. So it's kind of like that's a no go when it comes to Call of Duty because sometimes I want to have that competitive feel and sometimes I want to feel like I'm throwing it back a little bit, like playing my old way and playing comp
Throwing
and being in
back.
that scene. But it's hard to get back into that scene when the community is dead. At the same time, but on a game standpoint, like I said, we're talking about not only competitive, content wise, BO3 might be the best content out of all these games to actually go on and record content on because the skill based matchmaking in this game, it was non existent. Like it was really fun to play this game.
That's when I started
Yeah.
YouTube.
And let's be
Black Ops
honest,
3.
like it took them 5 months to come out with the ranked, and the first 3 months of the game, your rank didn't really matter because you can reverse boot on this game so easily, even without trying. You literally, if you're not in a full party of 4, you were literally playing no one in your actual rank.
And challenges to get guns gold were so easy.
That and this is the introduction of Dark Matter, so and that camo was fire.
Yes, it was.
So this is
It
an
was
easy.
a grind.
Specialists were cool too.
Yeah, that's another introductory to this. Specialist was a kind of a cool turn. This is an easy A for me. I don't know about everyone else.
A. For
A
me,
or
it's
low,
B, man.
or we can go B
It's
too. I was about
it's
to say.
high on my list for me.
Well, what are you saying, A or B?
I'm gonna give it a B. Whoa.
Okay, that's two B's. All
I'm
right,
saying
Dylan.
B.
Okay, that's an easy one. All right, the next one to me is the worst Call of Duty. I'm automatically gonna say this is trash, and because I just didn't like the game whatsoever, and this was Infinite Warfare. But you guys can go ahead and talk
Same.
about that. I just think the game was just bad in general, and it reminds me of like, kind of like Killzone in a way, like with the whole robotic futuristic type thing. It kind of reminded me a little bit of Killzone, and I just was not a fan of there actually not being real bullets in the guns. Like I get,
Did you watch the competitive scene?
yeah, I did.
For
I,
IW
I,
though?
I know I like the competitive scene. It was cool, but I didn't watch this one as much as I watched the other ones previous. This is probably like right when I stopped watching Call of Duty, because I didn't watch much of this one or World War II, and I watched like half of BO4 and fuck Modern Warfare. I watched like in the first month of competitive in that game, and then I just hated the game.
Yeah, no. Okay, so IW had like the worst pubs. Like I didn't even buy the game.
It
I
had
didn't
the
even
worst-
consider buying the game.
The worst
I
game
seen
ever.
the release, didn't even consider it. But as far as the competitive side, it was the most fun to watch. Like it had the most viewership. It had everything as far as like being the best. Because they had uplink.
Yeah.
and then it was exosuits, which just like exosuits are cool in general, you know, it's just flying around the map. But like, it was just the most fun to watch competitively.
You know what I will say though? I think, like I said, I don't like it. Like I don't like how there was no real bullets and there was like the tracer type guns. But I do like how Call of Duty tried to experiment for like their viewership for kids, because I think like we needed the community to be like bigger again. So I think that was a cool
We
move.
just needed a community back.
Yeah, but I'm still going with trash. I don't know about everyone else. This is gonna
Yeah,
be
I'm
trash
going
for
with
me.
trash.
Yeah, I think this game sucks.
It was dope to watch.
This is the
Yeah,
I
first.
didn't play it. I didn't
This-
like
Nah, I
it.
just think it sucks.
I just stayed playing BO3.
This is literally the first game that the game launched, and the first DLC weapon was better than every dang game in the gun every damn gun in the game, because that first DLC weapon was like what it was like a Modern Warfare weapon or something. It was UMP-45. There you go. It was a UMP-45.
Yeah, UMP.
It was a pink UMP-45 that you got after being like the first like whatever they considered DLC. And I remember once everyone got that gun was just completely broken. Like when have we ever said that a DLC gun is the best gun in the damn game? Like ever. Like,
Peacekeeper.
well,
Man,
Peacekeeper, no,
that
but
shit-
okay, hey, yo, Peacekeeper,
Peacekeeper was-
BO2, you can't
Peacekeeper
compare.
was so much fun to use, bro.
You can't compare BO2 though, because BO2 just had like it's just so good of a game. Like everything in DLC wise is good in the game. All right, I forgot about that. So
And the Ripper from Ghosts.
Oh my god,
AR
yes.
SMG. That gun melted. I love that gun.
That gun was
Bro.
fire. I low-key think that BO4 got some fire DLC guns too.
I like
Peacekeeper.
BO4 a lot just because I play competitive in it.
All right, going into the next one. To me personally, World War II is the next one. I cannot. I like this game. I like this game at launch, but 2 months into the game is when, to me, Call of Duty kind of got ruined for content, because they added skill-based matchmaking to Call of Duty, which was really, really, really unfun to play against when you like trying to play casual and you end up sweating every single game. The one thing I will say that was positive about this game though is, to me, this is the best rank system that we've had. It took a while to come out, but it was like perfect. You actually play people in your own rank, so I think that's something that was balanced. But the actual game itself, and to play the game, the playstyle of that game was so bad. Like, this is a trash for me. This is gonna be almost trash for C tier for me too.
Yeah, it's gotta be trash.
Yeah,
I
play
just
it.
got on the game and sniped because I like the Car 98.
Yeah, I like sniping in this game. Like there was like flashes in this game where I'm like, okay, cool, I can play this game. I like this game. But then there was also days where it's like, dude, this game is dry for content, so bad.
You couldn't really do any content. Like, I don't remember like watching a lot of MW or what the fuck, World War II. Even the competitive scene was bad.
And you know, the one thing that I'm super picky about in this game and that I don't like is when you get a kill streak, whose idea was it to pull out a fucking paper map and drop your nuke bomb on them? Like, whose idea was it to pull? Who carries a fucking paper map in their back pocket to drop a bomb on
they
someone?
couldn't make it better. And the streaks in the game, oh my god.
Yeah, dude. I mean, Modern Warfare is more futuristic than that game, and you point a laser at the floor to shoot a streak. On this game, you pull out a fucking 3D magic paper wand out of your back pocket and drop a bomb on someone.
That was funny, yeah. That's...
I mean, I get they were going for authenticity there, but like it just looked stupid.
Yeah,
it did.
They were going for so much authenticity that you fucking pull out a paper out of your back pocket and through a drawing of the map with Crayola, and then circle where you want your bomb to drop.
Where do you even get the crowd from?
Why do you carry a paper in your back pocket? Like,
oh, I'm in war. Hold on, let me take notes.
Yeah, like, that's funny.
No, I think it was fun
Yeah,
at the
no.
start, but like it didn't do anything to like keep me into it.
Yeah.
It was trash.
The one thing I do like, I'm not sure this is the first game though. This might be the first game. I might be wrong actually. Oh no, actually it was COD Remastered. But I do like how Call of Duty, like, or these two Call of Duties, they were updating their maps for like holidays. Like, I thought like when it was Thanksgiving, I thought it was cool to see all the maps change to like fall. When it was Christmas, I thought it was cool to see all the Christmas lights all over the place. I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
And it's just like those are like kind of small things that like are good for content, but then it's like the game is bad itself, like behind that.
I can see that. But
Alright.
sadly, it's gotta go in the trash category, bro.
Yeah, I'm either going C or trash.
Yeah, I'm going to. I give it C for the benefit of the doubt because I think that the ranked was cool, but skill-based matchmaking is literally the downfall of these
that game
next.
is trash.
Alright,
Where's
we're
Call of
going-
Trash.
Duty?
Yeah.
trash it is.
Where's
Alright,
Call of Duty along with IW?
alright. Next one, BO4. For you two, this is like your, well, at least Rico, I don't know about you, but this is your first full entry in the competitive COD. For me, this game it had a lot of flashes. Content was actually at a pretty high on this game for me. It still can be at a pretty high considering that it gets more views than Modern Warfare. But I'm not gonna talk about that. Other than that, the content in this game was good. I honestly think that this game has a top 5 launch map ever. I think Arsenal could arguably be a top 5 Call of Duty map in general, and any Call of Duty game.
I hate that map.
What?
I hate that map, bro. I've
I
always
don't
hated
know.
that map.
The map I hate the most is
Stupid van
Hacienda.
area.
I hate Hacienda.
I
just
loved Hacienda. I don't know why you hated that one.
Dude, I'm not even afraid. I don't hate the map, but as a team, when we as a friend group team, like when we play that map, it's just, do we never get like fortunate starts in that map? Our rotations are always bad. That map is just unwinnable, like as a team. And I mean, we've stacked up different players playing that map. We've all played with our friends who are really good. It's like going into that map, I've literally hardly ever seen us win a map. Like,
Yeah,
ever.
well, then again, you gotta remember, me and Gabriel were always the highest. We were always playing with master people because of me and him.
Yeah, I do blame I do blame a lot of
lower.
I do blame a lot of losses on my portion, because this is these last Call of Duty I'm not into. Like, stepping away from this team competitive and then going to my background of not playing FPS games a lot to begin with. It's a struggle when you don't play FPS games and then you go to hop on them and just hop into a competitive thing when you're not playing the game regularly at all to begin with. Because this isn't a game that I played regularly at launch either, just because I was away from Call of Duty. But yeah, I want to know everyone's tiers. For me, this is going to be A. I don't think I could put it S, but this is definitely A. Like I said, it was good for content again. The skill-based matchmaking in this game isn't super bad. I mean, it's there, but it's not horrible. The only reason that I'm not putting this S is because there's no excuse for League Play to come out 3 months before we're already looking at the next Call of Duty. By the time League Play came out, half the community was on a different game because it took them forever to release League Play, and then it got delayed, so that sucked, and then we didn't get it. And the community at this time was completely horrible. It's got worse now, but the community at the time was horrible. If you want to try out for teams, there's just too many it's just too many problems. And I don't even want to get into the community either, because that's another topic for another podcast we could do, honestly, too, of how toxic the community is now. So yeah. So for me, this is A tier. I don't know about everyone else.
For me, it would only be A tier because of Blackout.
Oh, it is the introduction to BR too. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I'd give it a
for
B.
me, it would only be, but I'll give it a B.
No, you guys are giving it B's. Oh, I was giving it A. You guys are giving it B's.
I mean, it was cool, but at the same time, when you did play the League Play portion, it I would have people in Master and stuff, and dude, they're not Master. They sucked. It was you could just get carried to what you play at. And
Yeah.
it wasn't really cool.
That's because I'm gonna say something that I always say to all my friends. There is skill-based matchmaking for the opponents and not your teammates.
That's facts. I want to hear Dylan's opinion. I want to hear that.
Facts. You gotta be the tiebreaker, A or B, Dylan, or whatever tier you feel like it's gonna be.
That shit's trash for him.
Yeah, he's gonna be this is trash. He's like, this
I'm
is
going
trash.
C.
Yeah.
Well,
love it.
Majority wins.
The game itself, yeah, it's a for our own list, it's B, but for me personally, it's C because the game's not bad. I just fucking hate it. So I just hate the game. So I'm just gonna say C, but for our list purposes, it's B.
All right, that's understandable. All right, going into the next one. All right, I'm gonna head out now because I don't want to talk about it. No, I'm just playing. Modern Warfare is the next game. I'm not going higher than trash. There is no ends if or buts. This game is just complete dog to me.
I'm going.
I agree.
I'm going. What?
This guy, I agree, but I got 3 shoot house
Rico,
videos ready to go.
Alright, you guys might not agree with me.
I don't like
but
MW as much as you guys think, man.
I'm gonna go with a B because I love Warzone. Not a lot of people like it, like Rico.
Wait,
I don't know
Justice,
how he hates
hold on.
Warzone.
Hold on. Hey,
Oh,
you like
Warzone.
doing this podcast? Because
Yes.
this is your last time doing that shit. You just said that shit was me. I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
Warzone carries.
Okay,
There's so much
Warzone
content
carry.
you
I
can
Yeah,
do
agree.
on
Warzone
does
carry.
You can do so much content on Warzone. I love it. Okay.
Okay, if we're looking at the game in total, yeah, I'm gonna take my bias and opinion back. I want to put it in trash, but yeah, I think PRC is understandable. Warzone is like honestly fun, even though I don't play no more. It's still fun. I can still watch Warzone. I just don't play the game in
Look, we're
general.
going straight off multiplayer. Trash.
Yeah, considering that they should
Worst multiplayer
Warzone
ever.
saves the hell out of it.
since Warzone's came out, like they haven't even updated multiplayer at all. Like the only time that a gun gets updated is because it benefits Warzone, not really multiplayer. But yeah, and I think Modern Warfare has like its flashes in the very beginning. Like the guns were kind of like evenly balanced here and there. The maps aren't super terrible, but this is the
No,
worst.
ass.
Okay, yeah, they're all right.
No,
but
these maps
yeah.
are the worst.
They're just
in
huge.
Call of
You
Duty.
You can't play
All
no
these maps
pubs
suck.
for quick
Yeah,
play
you
at
can't.
all.
And not only the maps,
This
though,
man
like,
said quick
like
play.
I don't want to say I don't want to say
Overwatch.
like the maps are like fully trash though, because like I said, there was this
They
guy.
are, though.
Well, they are, but it's also the people that play the maps though. 'Cause, like let's
They make
look
it
at
work.
No,
let's look at these maps.
look. The way people play those maps is because of the maps. Those maps are
Yeah, I agree
trash.
with that.
I don't know, because a lot of the player base for Call of Duty has changed. Like the last couple years, you could see like the rotation of new players coming into Call of Duty from BO4 to this game. But I feel like this game had a lot of Battlefield players come in, or just other slower paced players play this game. So, but I do agree with you. The maps are trash, and the way that people play are trash. Multiplayer is dog in a whole. Let's just be honest. Like no one likes Dead
Yeah, the
Silence.
multiplayer sucks.
No one likes Dead Silence the way it is. Footsteps are really broken, and I'm not a fan of running through doors and like having to open and close doors, like just all kinds of things like that, like the small things, the multi-level maps. And I don't know whose idea it was, but Call of Duty has always been a 3-lane game, and they just decided to say, scratch that, let's make this a 10-lane game.
Let's make this
Multiple-
a 10-leg game.
Yeah,
have fun.
multiple lanes, bad spawns. Like it's not even great, like at all. It's just not.
And then
fun.
let's make it to where the MP5, a submachine gun, can kill long ranges faster than an AR. Make SMG the best gun in the game where you don't even
This
need
is
You know what
shit
else?
right there.
You know what else they did? They
What?
put 1v1 maps in the regular map rotation.
Right. You know that
Like why
big
is
old
Shipment and
map?
Rust in regular like rotations? Like what?
Like, dude, no. You remember at the beginning that long map with the Empire in the middle?
Yeah.
Bro, that map was horrendous.
the maps in general are bad. I'm going to go.
Oh, and then my favorite part about Ricardo when we would play 2v2 GVs and stuff, you know, you shoot that dude first, you're dead.
Yeah,
Right?
dude, I don't even want to start in this. Like, this retarded. Like, this is the first game where I've ever felt like I shot someone first, and when their screen is like gray, you know,
Extra
it's
health.
yeah, they have extra health.
But I like watching competitive though, somewhat.
Yeah, I do. At the same time, a little bit in the beginning, but that's it. But anyways, yeah. So I could say we could put this one into C tier, or like just like I said, or B tier. It could be easily. If we're going Warzone, I'm going B. If we're going the game in general, because we can't just base stuff Warzone, I'm going C.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying it would be B if we just consider, but it's got to be C.
Trash.
Yeah, let's try. I don't like
Dude,
it. I'm
Rico,
not,
stop.
I don't like it
I
at
just
all.
love for
Game.
content, bro.
What content? Shipment, Rust? No,
I
that ain't
gotta
content.
keep YouTube up there, man. I gotta do
It
it.
is not content.
Well, none of y'all play Warzone with me.
You suck.
I play Warzone with other friends.
Thanks, Dylan.
Yeah. So this is
No,
our
man.
So this is our complete list. We're gonna go ahead and go over it real quick. Going into it real quick. We'll start off rereading it and then we'll reorder it. But that's our complete like idea of where we're at. I think it's pretty close to perfect. I'm not sure if we're gonna remove up any of these or like move them up and down. But yeah, that is pretty much
AW
that.
deserves to be moved up. Just saying.
This guy.
I don't really have a favorite, so
MW2. EO2. Alright, so how are you gonna read the list?
All right, so we're gonna read the list from trash to S. We're gonna go over our list. Like I said, that's how we're gonna do it. So starting off, the group is gonna rearrange our list after that, and this would be the overnight's COD tier list, and then that'll pretty much be it for you guys. This episode's a little longer than we anticipated, but we're not gonna make it too much longer for y'all. So let's go ahead and hop into this. After I read the name, just say yeah or no. If you say no, that means we're obviously gonna move it up or adjust it. But yeah. So we'll start on trash. As we have Infinite Warfare in there. Then you guys can vote, and then we'll just say.
Yes.
So
Yeah, it's trash.
Rico, you staying with trash?
Yes, sir.
All right. World War II.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Dog.
Now we're going into the C tier. We have World at War because we didn't have much judgment on it.
Yeah.
All right.
Keep it at the same.
All right. We have Ghost.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Advanced Warfare.
Yeah.
All right. And then
Ooh, yeah.
current Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Trash. Nah, it
It could be.
yeah.
It could be trash. I'm just. All right. Then we have
It can
our.
though.
At the same time, yeah. I'm just joking around.
No,
All right.
Warzone saved it.
Fags. All right. Our B tier. We have BO3 and BO4.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. And then we have our A tier now, which is COD 4.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
You're
Black Ops
Mhm.
and Modern Warfare 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's pretty even. Our S tier is Modern Warfare 2 and BO2.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
They'll stay there.
I do agree. Like I said, there's some we could slide up here and there, but that's also off of our own personal opinion. So as a group, this is our list. I do hope you guys enjoyed the list. Like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and drop a screenshot right here in this portion of the podcast so you guys can see it on screen. For those of you that are just listening to it, unfortunately, you just have to listen and kind of remember.
Should
our
be
list.
watching.
Yeah, should be watching on YouTube as
Should be
well.
watching.
Make sure you guys check out the YouTube too, or the team Twitter, or the podcast Twitter. Not really team Twitter, but the podcast Twitter. Other than that, that has really been it. You guys can expect the next podcast to be out Monday, as always. We are doing another NFL one. Currently, the top 100 just ended, so we're giving you guys a glimpse of what the episode is going to be like, considering that we're going to cover the top 100. And then the following week after that, we have a gaming episode for you guys. To be decided. We think we have the idea for it, but in case anything changes, I'm not going to announce it right now. Other than that, we can go ahead and end this one. It has been the Overnight Cast Crew. We have a special guest. I'm going to go ahead and let them do our outros. And as always, it has been your boy, DRIFTXPORT. You guys can check out all my links in the description below. Stay tuned for the channel. I'm going to be uploading Rogue. It just came out. That game is really fun for us, and we're all playing right now at the moment. So we might end up doing content, maybe like a whole episode of Rogue, or all three of us playing on this, or just a stream highlight of us playing like all of our clips. Maybe I'm thinking about uploading it to this channel. We'll see about that though. Other than that, I'm gonna let them do their outro. It's been your boy Drift, and peace.
Yeah, just check out my link tree. Go follow me on Twitter. I post funny clips.
Oh yeah. Alright, so yeah, follow my link tree down in the description. And also for the comment like your S tier game. Basically, what would you put for S tier, or comment down what would you change about our list. Yeah, I'm out.
All right, and then our special guest Rigo.
Alright, hit me on Twitch. I5, lowercase I, uppercase P, lowercase HIVE. Go ahead and hit that follow, and see you there.
All right, as always, peace.